I'll move on from that, and I'm going to give you a bit of a game. Name association. I'm going to give you a sentence, and you tell me who best fits the description, the sentence that I give you. And
Okay.
I'll bet you I know exactly who you're going to say for the first one because everybody says him. The funniest person in the locker room.
Right now,
Ever. This is any promotion ever.
it's Brad Armstrong or Dean Malenko.
Everyone says Brad Armstrong.
Okay, okay, but so here's what I'll add to that then, because you're right, funniest guy in the world, and you mentioned earlier about maybe The Rock and that confidence, whatever. Brad, and look, I miss him, and God rest his soul, and I can't wait to be with him again. But he couldn't turn it on when that red light was on. But when it was just you and him, or him and a group of guys, the funniest friggin' guy you can imagine. Now you put Dean Malenko with him, and it's like a Costello, whatever those two guys were, Albert and Costello. That's not
It was like
dating me at
Flugel
all, is it?
Streets and Slowly I Turned. Was that them? Or was that the other ones?
That was the Three Stooges.
Oh, was
Oh
that
no,
Three
I don't know.
Stooges?
I have no idea, dude. I'm just kidding. But yeah, Brad Armstrong. That was my first answer.
And do you know what? I mean, everyone said it. I mean, even Adrian Street, when I
Yeah.
asked him, said Brad Armstrong. Just everyone thought just the world of him. Last man standing at the bar.
Oh, um, Ron Simmons.
Really?
Yeah,
Name I've
he's a
never heard.
man's man. He's a man's man. He
What,
is all man, my friend.
what was his drink?
Jack Daniels.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's harsh, but everybody drank. A lot of guys drank. Look, I would say Brad Shaw would be right there with him.
Mm.
And if any crap went down, I'd want to be right there with them.
The most beautiful woman wrestler valet worker.
Working right now.
All of these are ever.
So I know this is going to sound funny. Or no, it's not going to sound funny. I don't know why I said that. It's just going to be out of nowhere. Like, I think Paige
Mm.
was one of the most beautiful women. Like, and it was weird because she's such a young girl, and I got daughters and everything. Like, I wasn't looking at it like a weird old creepy man. I was looking at it like she's a Mona Lisa. You know what I mean? Like, she's got a jawline that's to die for. Look, you can tell I've thought about this. Yeah, but apparently I'm coming off as the creepy old man. But I thought she was beautiful. I just really did.
Soraya will be at Starcast 5 in Nashville in a couple of weeks. Look at that
Yes,
for a segue.
Soraya. That's her.
Uh,
That's her maiden name. No, I don't know.
Here's one for you. Smelliest wrestler. We get a couple of the same names for this as well.
Oh, Jack Gallagher.
Okay, never had that one before.
Have you not?
No. It's always
Who have
Vader.
you? Oh, Vader. Well, you know what, Vader, he was just a big sweaty man. You know what I mean? He didn't stink per se. His mask stunk like that because it was just leather and sweaty and all, and it's kind of hard. What do you do? Wash that and then dry it. Then it ruins the leather. Like, it's difficult to be a man of that size and not sweat through your trash, but I don't think he stunk as much as, say, because I'm talking about body odor. You know what I mean? Like, oh God, pungent, like Sex Panther. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not good. And I'm sticking with Jack Gallagher. Great guy. I love the guy. I would hug him with his BO
Mm.
and rub my forearm on his underarm. And
But you're so much taller than him that it'd take a while for the smell to get to you
he
anyway.
would probably go around my waist.
Yeah.
He'd have to chalk off and hug twice because I'm so friggin' fat.
Heaviest smoker of regular cigarettes.
Have I smoked regular cigarettes?
No. The person in any wrestling company who was the heaviest smoker.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, Pat Patterson and Jack Lanza. Those were the two. In WWE, not a lot of people smoked. I mean, it's frowned upon, and not a lot of people smoked. So I haven't been around a whole bunch of heavy smokers, but Jack Lanza would light up on an airplane when it was illegal to smoke on an airplane. So I've seen some people that are heavy smokers.
Nicest person in wrestling. Just too nice for the business.
Well, it was Bobby Eaton. Have you heard that one before?
Yes, I may have done, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I'll move on. The most memorable thing you saw happen on an aeroplane?
Hmm. Oh well, and never mind. So it was a charter flight with only WWE talent, WWF at the time. I won't go into it, but I've seen some crazy things on airplanes. Also saw a man die in first class. So that happened.
Of natural causes, or
Yeah. He had a heart attack.
oh god.
Yeah,
There's like some like code, like if you're in the cinema and then someone says, like if there's a fire or something, do they have like a special code for like Mister something to the front desk, please, or whatever, to sort of like announce that a corpse has happened?
Yeah, no, you're talking about on the airplane.
Yeah.
Yeah, they immediately said, "Do we have a doctor on board? Do we have a?" It was kind of a panicky thing because everybody was panicked. You know what I mean? And so it's, that's the first thing in any situation is, okay, remain calm and think. And that's not what anybody does. They're like, "Oh my God, this guy's dying," and everybody starts screaming.
I'll give you a couple more then. Loudest spot caller.
John Cena.
Okay, a hardest deliverer of chair shots.
Oh, man, it depends on who you're in there with and what's going on and if you've pissed them off. But Bradshaw again would swing a chair and had no problem swinging a chair.
Most memorable backstage fight.
Probably Shawn and Bret. And it was such a, for me, because I was there, I wasn't right in the room, but by the time I got in there, Lawler had broke them apart, and Lawler was older and not the toughest guy in the world. So it was like weird to me that he broke those two guys apart who were fighting. I just don't know how bad either one of them wanted to fight, but I feel like they saw each other and they kind of had to. And so they locked up, you know what I mean? In a shoot, like lock up with hair and eyes and all kind of stuff. And like by the time I got in there, they were still in that position, like not really any punches thrown. And Lawler was breaking it up, and they kind of did let each other go and break it up. And so, look, I do think, I guess in their credit, they weren't going to fight and hurt each other and beat each other up. They were doing business together, but I feel like they butted heads a lot,
Did you hear what happened to the chunk of hair that Shawn Michaels ended up losing?
No.
Jim Cornette found it in Vince McMahon's office. He put it in a bag and gave it to his ex-wife. Oh, well, his wife at the time.
I do not doubt that at all. One bit.
What a souvenir, eh? What a souvenir.
As crazy and carny as that is, I don't doubt that one bit.